So we're back and we're standing. And now I'm going to ask you to stand beside your chair. We're going to be beginning with our right leg. So stand beside your chair and your right leg will be on the outside. Let's stretch our leg forward so that the right heel of the foot is forward and the right toes are pointed toward the ceiling. You'll feel the stretch in your lower leg, the gastrocnemius muscles, those calf muscles. You'll also feel it in the upper leg, and you'll even feel it a bit in the hip area. So we're stretching forward, and then we're going to, the same leg, we're going to bring that right foot behind us. Now the toes are in the floor behind us. So now you feel those glutes. You feel the glutes have lifted. And now you're going to bring your foot back so that the right foot and the left foot are together. And then you're going to stretch your leg to the right so that the right toes are in the floor to your side. Now let's bring those feet back together. Let's do it a little faster. So it's heel, forward, toes, back. Your feet come together, and then it's a lateral move. Bring those right toes to the right and then back in together. Heels, toes, feet come together, and then there's a lateral move to the right, feet come back together. Heels, toes, feet come together, lateral move, feet come back together. One more time on the right, heels and your toes, feet come together, back to the side, and now the feet come back together again. Now just move around to the other side of your chair. We'll do the same thing on the other side. This time, of course, we're using our left foot. So it's left heel, left toes, feet come back together. Now the lateral move is to the left. Feet come back together. Our heels, our toes, feet come back together, lateral, and feet come back together. Heels, toes, stretch back as much as possible, feet come back together. So you're stretching to the side as much as possible, feet come back together. So you extend that left heel forward as far as possible, stretch back as much as possible, heels, feet come back together, and then the toes in the floor to the left, back together. Heels, toes, feet together, lateral to the left. One more. Our heels, our toes, our feet come back together. It's a nice lateral stretch, and then the feet come back together. Wonderful. Now we're going to step behind our chairs. As you step behind your chairs, you can lightly place your hands on the back of your chair, and we're going to have our feet about hip width apart. Feet are nice and flat. Now let's just come up on your toes again. This time as you come back on your heels, press back. Your elbows now are at your sides. Press back. You feel the back of your thighs. Those are your quadricep muscles. You feel the glutes as well. Back up on your toes. You inhale up. As you're exhaling, just press back. You're on your heels. Press back. Inhale up. As you exhale, good. Come back on those heels. Stretch your back. Let's inhale up. And let's come back on the heels. Press back. So you're going to imagine that there's a wall very close behind you and that you're able to touch that wall with your glutes. So you're pressing back. Inhale up. Enough to feel those hamstrings have been activated. There's a nice stretch. And let's do one more. Inhale up. And let's exhale. Press back. Bring those elbows to your sides. Stretch that back. Wonderful. Now you're standing straight again. Feet are nice and flat. Nice and flat. If you would, your right toes now will come behind you into the floor. You'll feel the right glutes lift up. Stay here if this is comfortable for you, but if you want a little more intensity, stretch out your left arm. If you want even more intensity, lift that right leg behind you. Your toes are pointed toward the floor, and just stretch forward. Just stretch forward. We're still holding, but you take a break when you need to. Up 10 more seconds. Still stretching. And now you lower that foot back to the floor. Lower that arm. Move from side to side. Keep everything flowing and circulating. Everything moving. We're still smiling. We're still here. Good. Now, let's bring those left toes behind us into the floor. Again, stop here if this is as far as you want to go. But if you want a little more intensity, just a little bit more, then you stretch out that right arm. And if you want even more intensity, you lift up that left leg behind you. Your toes on the left foot are pointed toward the floor. Right knee is slightly bent, and you just hold the stretch. Just 10 more seconds to go. Almost there. And that's it. Good. Lower that left foot, lower that arm. Move around a bit. Just move and breathe in and out deeply. Good. So that was a very good stretch, total body stretch. So just move those shoulders a little bit. Good. Move the knees a little bit. Get all that synovial fluid flowing in the joints. So when you're thinking of your joints, we're thinking of the finger joints, and you're thinking of your wrist joints, and your elbows, and your shoulders, and your hips, and your knees, and your ankles, and your toes, and all of these joints that we have that need that synovial fluid. And synovial fluid circulates best when we move. So we just want to keep moving. Just keep moving. Helps to prevent that stiffness that maybe you experience from time to time. Maybe you experience it on an ongoing basis. So moving will help that. We're going to keep on going though. We're going to keep on going. So I'm going to show you another posture that you're probably very familiar with. And what it's going to require is that I'm going to ask you to bring your feet about shoulder width apart. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. And then once you have those feet about shoulder width apart, then we're going to allow the left toes to remain pointed forward. Let's open up the right toes. And let's bend that right knee. Bend your right knee. Bend. So just move around a little bit to get yourself nice and centered. And then once you feel like you're nice and centered, the arms will come up. And then once your arms come up, just spread your fingers. And you're just going to look over your right fingertips. Now please, just turn your head gently. Look over your right fingertips and keep it there. Keep looking over your right fingertips. You'll be able to hear me. And I'll give the next instruction after we move out of this particular posture. So just hold it here. Bend that right knee as much as possible. Make sure your abdominal muscles are tight. Good. Now let's just raise your arms up toward the ceiling. Just raise those arms up toward the ceiling. Stretch up. Now, if you continue to look to the right, that's fine. That's an additional stretch of the neck. But if that's not comfortable, just look forward. Stretching your spine, hydrating that spine, and leaning into that knee bend, the right knee bend. Now let's bring the right arm down, and let's bring that back of the right hand inside the right knee. Twist your torso to the left a bit, and then just look up at your left hand if that's comfortable. If not, just look forward. So the arm is stretched up, and you decide the placement of your hand. Above the knee is fine, inside, or a little lower is fine. It's up to you. Hold your abs tight. Take a break if you need to. And let's bring that left arm down. Let's bring our bodies back. Good. Turn those right toes. Good. Wonderful. 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 So move around a little bit. We're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to be doing it on the left side. So this is going to be the left side. So again, your right toes are pointed forward, left toes are pointed toward the wall or to the left. Bend that left knee, please. Find your center of gravity. So you're just moving around until you find where you feel comfortable. Good. And you bend that left knee. Wonderful. Okay. Lift up the arms. They're about shoulder level now. And then turn your head, please, and look over your left fingertips. So you're just looking over the left fingertips. By turning your head, you're stretching the neck just a little bit more. Remember, your left knee is bent. Abdominal muscles are tight. Shoulders are up underneath your ears. Raise those arms up. Let's stretch up toward the heavens, toward the ceiling. Stretch and hydrate your spine. Stretch. Now let's bring that left arm down inside the knee or below the knee or above it. It's up to you. I think I'm a little bit out of the, make sure you can see me. So let me move a little bit more. Good. There we are. And then you just stretch up. You decide the hand placement and just hold the stretch. And let's bring that right arm down. Good, we're back. This again is another total body stretch. Total body stretch. Good to get all of those muscles. We have hundreds and hundreds of muscles. And so we want to do exercises that help to activate those muscles. And when we're in these stretches, in these postures, we're activating almost every muscle in the body. So these are good ways to get those muscles that you don't always think about or get the opportunity to move. They need to be used because we know that atrophy will set in if we don't use those muscles. So we want to, again, continue to activate these muscles to keep them strong. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to get our straps again. And once you have your strap, you decide you can double it. I think I'm going to keep mine doubled for now. I'm not sure. I may not, but for right now, I think I'm going to keep it nice and doubled. And we start off here. So what we're going to be doing now is just want to rotate the spine a bit. So again, feet, they're about shoulder width apart. Good. And so we're just going to rotate to the right. Just rotate to the right. You'll feel your spine. Just rotate to the right. And it's good to turn your head with that rotation. And then you rotate slowly back to the center. And let's rotate to the left. Feel that spine rotate. Abdominal muscles are still tight. Let's come back to center. We'll rotate to the right again. How are we doing? Back to center. Let's rotate to the left. And back to center. Right. And center. And left. And center. And last time right. And center. Good. So we're right here, up. And again, you decide, stretch up. Now let's just come back. Inhale up. And exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. One more, inhale up. And let's exhale forward. Good. Bring those arms all the way down slowly. You can release that strap so that you can relax your arms and move around a little bit. Good. All right. Okay, so we're going to, again, we can just put these straps again to the side, wherever it's comfortable for you. As long as it's out of your way, I just don't want it to be in your way. So you get it out of your way. And let's do a little bit more of a stretch of the quadriceps. We're also going to do a posture that will be good for your hamstrings as well. So you have a couple of options. You actually, if you prefer not to just get your ankle and stretch here, maybe this is not comfortable for you, then just hold your chair. And that may make you feel a little more comfortable. However, if you want something that's even less of a challenge, then just place your right knee into your chair, and you can use that chair to help with the stretch. The important thing is that we just stretch. So we want to get that stretch. So again, and you want to try to have the leg close to the body. Good. This is good for balance. You'll feel the stretch here in the quads, as well as your hamstrings are stretching. Hold it here, and you release it. If you want to walk onto the other side of your chair, you do the same thing. You can press that left knee into the chair, and just as long as you're stretching the quads and the hamstrings, remember the quadriceps are the front, hamstrings are the back of the thighs, you can hold this chair as I demonstrated. Get that leg a little close to the body. You can hold it lightly. You can just have it there just in case you lose your balance. But this is good for balance. And having the chair close makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. So we're just stretching here. Good. Then you just release it. Come back. That's a nice stretch. Now I'm going to also demonstrate how you can maybe help your lower back. And we're going to do that by getting back in our chairs. So if you have any type of challenges with your lower back, just get into your chair, get nice and comfortable. Good. Now you may want to place your hands here on top of the quadriceps, and I'll demonstrate. What we're going to do is we're going to come forward, and then we're just going to move around in our chairs, and we're going to allow our shoulders to lead. So let's go. So you're moving around, and you want to feel that movement in your lower back. The abdominal muscles are still tight. Press your sitting bones into the cushion, into the seat of your chair. And you can bring the chest as close to the quadriceps as possible. That'll give you a deeper stretch. So we'll do 2 more in this direction. Remember to breathe in and out deeply, and then you're here, center. Now let's just rotate that lower back in the opposite direction. Make sure you're coming forward, and it's forward, and it's just a nice rotation for the lower back, but the shoulders are involved as well, the abdominal muscles. Remember with Pilates, share Pilates, traditional Pilates, we want to just work so much on strengthening our core. The strength of the core is very instrumental in our health and wellness. So let's do 2 more. So you want to have a strong core, and we'll do 1 more. And you're back here to center. Wonderful. Press those feet. Good. Wonderful. Wonderful. So let's make sure we're in alignment. Press your sitting bones into your chair. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Make sure your ankles are under your knees. Your hips are under your shoulders, and your shoulders are underneath your ear tips. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's bring that right knee as close into the chest as you can get it. Let's just bring that right knee in. Now again, you don't have to lift it this high. You decide how high. If you want to lift here, that's fine. If you want to lift a little higher, it's totally up to you. So let's just hold that stretch. Relax your muscles. Remember to relax. Now let's lower. Let's do the same side on the left. Just bring that knee as close as you feel comfortable. This is all about you and your body. focusing on your breathing. And just lower it. We're going to do another one on the right. Bring that knee up. Good. And we lower. And the left side. And we lower. Well, I'm on the day that I'm recording this, it's a beautiful day, and I'm hoping that you're having a beautiful day as well. And so glad that you're here. We're about to wrap the class up. We generally wrap the classes up or end the classes the way we begin. There will be something different about each class. There will be something different about each class, but we will always be working on strengthening our core. We will always be working on our balance. We will always be working on breathing well. And so that is what you're going to get from this class. You're going to get exercises, movements that are going to help to increase your range of motion, your flexibility, your balance / coordination, your breathing so that you're increasing your lung capacity. You're getting in more oxygen, oxygenating that blood, and you're able to exhale more of the carbon dioxide. That is the way that we get rid of toxic waste. So we want to inhale deeply and exhale deeply, and we're going to continue to work on that. So, as the college coordinator probably shared with you in the email that he's been sending you, just please leave a comment if you have subscribed to the channel. The subscription to this channel is free. You subscribe to the channel, and then there's a bell. You click on the bell, and then you decide how you're going to be notified. That way, every time I post a new video, you'll be notified. But the schedule will be that I will have the videos posted for you by Friday at 11 o'clock. So my intention, my goal, is to always have a video posted for you on Fridays at 11 o'clock a.m. But please still subscribe, because I don't think you can comment unless you have subscribed to the channel. Then you can also just, once you subscribe, just come down to the comment section, come down underneath this video, come down to the comment section, just give me your name. I'll see it, but just in case you're not using your name as your account name, just give me your name and the date that you are actually watching the video, and then that's going to be the way that we keep attendance, I believe. So hopefully you're going to just watch these videos every Friday at 11 o'clock. Of course, you can watch them as many times as you like because they're going to be here. But if you're watching them as I post them, it'll be every Friday at 11. You would just give me your name and give me the date of that Friday you're watching it, and then I will be able to make sure that the college gets your attendance. And if there are any questions that you're leaving in the comment section, I will be able to answer those. Also, in the email that the coordinator of the college sent to you, my email address should have been included. So if you prefer to email me directly, please do that. Okay, that's it. I just want to give you that before we end the class. So we're going to end the class the way we began. Are you ready? Good. Just come into alignment. Already you know what that means. We're in alignment. I'll say it again just in case you're new to the class, just to remind you. Feet are about hip width apart. Good. Press those sitting bones into the chair. Bring those shoulders back. Abs are tight. Spine is straight. Wonderful. Place your hands right here on top of the quadriceps. Relax. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Now this time as you inhale, as you're breathing in, bring those palms together overhead, fingertips are touching, and bring the hands down the midline of the body. And when you get here to heart center, just hold it here. Now what you're going to do is press the palms, press the fingertips, and then you're going to rotate your spine to the right, pressing those palms, pressing the fingertips, and then you come back to center. And let's rotate again to the left, pressing the palms, pressing the fingertips, back to center. One more time to the right, just press, back to center. One more time to the left, back to center. Now you're just going to open up your arms wide. Open up wide, open your chest, open up the chest. And now you're going to bring the arms forward, round your back and your shoulders, bring your fingertips together. So you inhale, lift up your chest, lift up your heart, bring the arms wide. As you exhale, you round your shoulders, round your back, bring those fingertips together. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, round your back, round those shoulders, fingertips together. Inhale, open up the arms, lift up your chest. Exhale, forward, round your back, round your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And we exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And now the palms will face. Stretch forward. Stretch forward. Bring those arms behind you. Lift up your palms toward the ceiling, toward the heavens. Lift up. And the arms come forward. Stretch forward. And bring the arms behind you. Lift up. And forward. Good. And then the arms come to your sides. Wonderful. Inhale up. Arms come. Back down. As you're bringing the hands down the midline, arms are coming down. Hold it at heart center. And that's it. Thank you for being here. Enjoy. I look forward to next week. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Be well. That's it.